As early March turned into mid-March and we sprung the clocks forward, I found myself back in Austin, Texas for a busy 3 days and 2 nights for work. With my evenings free and clear skies forecasted, I thought I'd try my hand at some warm spring night star trails, Texas style. I traveled light with just my Sony A7S III and a couple lenses. I'd have to strategically vlog and shoot my star trails. The first night I had more time and the plan was to explore the Balcones Canyonland National Wildlife Area, which is about an hour from downtown Austin, but only 30 minutes from where I stay. I envisioned big views and even bigger Texas skies as I drove through hill country. Night 2, I planned to shoot at Lake Travis, which was closer to my hotel. As I made my way to the wildlife refuge, I was met with winding roads, thick Texas scrub brush, and no suitable access to shoot my star trails. I did scout a couple overlooks, but they offered views the wrong direction I wanted to shoot, or just weren't that interesting.
Rainy days don't seem so wet, stormy nights don't stay. From the moment that we met, you were worth the wait. Oh, this could be the best thing that I'll ever know. Talk for hours and never slept. Two silhouettes on the concrete steps. We watched the sun as it slowly crept from the horizon to the place we met. Oh, this could be the best thing that I'll ever know.
After driving around the wildlife area for nearly 2 hours without finding a promising spot for the evening, I decided to get closer to my hotel and check out my second night spot at the Mansfield Dam Park. One area appeared to have access and great views to the north on Google Maps.
Oh, this could be the best thing that I'll ever know.
Welcome to Austin, Texas, and another Explore Everyday video. My plan tonight is to continue my Star Trails series. I call it a Milky Way preseason. A little warmer than my last outing back up in Minnesota, under 10 inches of snow. I am at the Mansfield Dam, just outside of Austin on Lake Travis, and have a nice big view looking north here. So my plan, I think, is to shoot this. Technically, the park is closing, but the boat launch is open 24/7. I feel a little sketchy being here, just with the park closing. I don't know. I still probably have half hour before I can even start shooting star trails, so maybe I'm just gonna chicken out. But I wanted to get this before it got dark. If they're star trails, here's the video. So a little background on my day and how I ended up here at Lake Travis. Flew down to Austin for work, had a meeting this afternoon, got back to my hotel around 5, and there's a huge national wildlife refuge called Balcones, kind of northwest of Austin. And I thought that'd be a cool place to go have some big open skies. It's out in hill country, and have some space to spread out and shoot some star trails. Man, Texas, there's fences everywhere. Even most of the wildlife refuge isn't accessible, and the part that had no views of the sky. So this is a plan. I was gonna come here tomorrow night because it's closer to my hotel, but here I am tonight. So it's getting darker. We'll see if I stick it out here and shoot some star trails. It's a cool spot. A little breeze, it's coming down right now, but should just have a big view, big sky. I brought 3 lenses with, but I didn't bring my widest lens, so it's gonna be shot at 24mm tonight. That is the plan, and I did learn from my star trails last week, I'm going to take longer exposures. I just did 8-second exposures last week, and I had 600 some images to process, so I'm going to try to do probably 20-second exposures so I can still make a time lapse with it. There might be a little star trailing in there, but it shouldn't be terrible, and hopefully have about half the images to work with that I did from last week. Just gonna wait for it to get dark now and hopefully start shooting some star trails here in the next 20 to 30 minutes. All right, quick update. I'm sticking it out for at least an hour. I'm about 25 minutes in. So if I go an hour, I'll get about 240 shots. This is gonna be a disaster to clean up though. There is a plane in every shot. And sometimes I've seen 3 planes at once flying across the sky. So obviously this is on the flight path and Austin bird strip. Had a few boats go through, so this is gonna be an editing nightmare, but I think the shot's pretty cool. I put some of the cliff with the sky in there, so I'm hoping Polaris is low enough so we see the circle. Another half hour, I'm gonna call this good and go find some food. All right, I made it, an hour. So this is pretty much the shot that I was taking. So we got the lake and we should have Polaris is right up there. We should have the circle up in the upper left-hand corner of the frame. So hope this turned out. I ended up shooting for an hour. It should have been somewhere around 240 shots. Shot it at f3.2, 15 seconds at ISO 400. So fingers crossed that came out since I sat out here for an hour. The one thing I did notice sitting out here is shooting in the north is actually the most boring part of the sky. You get the coolest feature with star trails with that big circle, but man, if you look up in the other parts of the sky, you got Cassiopeia over here. A little further over, you got the Pleiades star cluster, you got Jupiter, you got Orion, you got Rigel, Betelgeuse, Sirius, the Winter Circle. It's just a much more interesting sky, but that northern direction gets you that big circle. So before I wrap up, we have a pretty bright moon, and you can see the cliff here. It's very light colored, and it's really illuminated in the moonlight. And there's another cliff off to the side. So I'm gonna try to do a pano before I take off, getting the cliff, hopefully some of the lake, as well as some of the sky. That's the next thing on the list to do. With that, I'm gonna wrap it up. I finished my pano. I think that should hopefully come out good. The back of the camera looked really nice. probably 7 or 8 sweeping shots. So stitched those together. I left a lot of room on the top and bottom because I just eyeballed the level of my tripod. So I think we should work out well there. So with that, I'm gonna wrap up night 1 here in Austin. Really the only question left is, did I get a ticket for being in the park after dark? And I might not have paid to get in because it was $5 and $5 cash only. And after driving around for 2.5 hours this evening, I wasn't not gonna come here because I didn't have $5 cash. So maybe I'll be making a donation to the Texas County Parks or something. Let's head up the car, see if I'm getting out of here scot-free, and we'll see you tomorrow night for night 2, hopefully, down here in Austin, Texas. Unless they mail it to you. Looks like we're scot-free. See you tomorrow night. Welcome to part 2 of Explore Austin for Star Trails. I came to Austin, I'm finding all the lakes. I'm actually up at Lake Georgetown, I believe it's called, at a picnic area here, and they've got some really cool shelters down here by the water that are going to be the focus of my Star Trails tonight. So I just got to wait for it to get dark. I got up here a bit later than I would have liked. Had a work function until about 7 o'clock and raced up here about 30 minutes from where I'm staying. We got Venus off in the horizon there, and I'm going to focus my Star Trails to the west tonight instead of the north and get that really busy sky with Orion and Jupiter and Pleiades. So looking forward to it. Now it's just a waiting game for it to get dark. Well, an interesting night to say the least. So I came to Lake Georgetown, and it's Overlook Park, and it's a really neat area here. And there were quite a few people around, which is fine. I mean, they come here to watch sunset. A couple kind of just lingered and lingered well after dark, so I just started shooting while they were there. I might actually use them for a frame of reference in my final photo for my star trails, which could be kind of interesting. A little bit ago, it's about 9:30, a guy showed up that had been fishing further down the shore to where I was, which was a fishing pier. Well, it's 9:30 at night. Who's still fishing? So we set up right in my shot, had a bunch of lights on, whatever. I can probably work around that. But he had a pretty aggressive looking dog with him, a pit bull, and the dog was fixated on me. I was kind of sitting up behind on a little ledge, and I think just with me being in the dark, it couldn't really see me, but knew I was there. It was just, the dog was not comfortable. Stared at me the whole time, very poised, and then it started growling, and he had it on a rope, a leash, but I just wasn't comfortable with it. Easier to remove myself from a situation before a situation happens here in the dark in the middle of nowhere with a dog I don't know. So I think I'm just gonna wrap it up. I gotta give a presentation tomorrow. I got about a half-hour drive home. It's about 9:45 right now. So wrapping up Star Trails from Austin. Hope you enjoy the couple compositions I did find here. Left Minnesota, the land of 10,000 lakes, and found basically the 2 lakes that are in and around Austin to shoot some star trails. So I hope they turned out. Hope you enjoy the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Well, I wasn't so fortunate tonight at this new park. Looks like it's just a warning, but I gotta go use a combination to get myself out of here. Quite the end to an evening under the stars.
I thought it would be funny to record my escape from the locked park, but then I couldn't get the lock open, and there were 2. I couldn't see the combination due to the angle of the numbers and the shadows and the lights from my car and my headlamp, and the fact that I needed my cheaters. I don't even carry cheaters with me. So now I'm starting to panic that I'll have to call the cops to let me out. What if I get a ticket? What if they arrest me? Oh, I'm definitely going to a Texas clink. Probably doing 5 to 10 for being in a park after dark. It's over. I put away the camera and tripod in case a friendly officer showed up to help. I pulled myself together and finally got one of the locks to pop open. I swung the gate open, pulled the rental SUV through, locked the gate behind me, and relaxed knowing I wasn't going to be doing 5 to 10 with Bubba. See you in the next one.